Okay,
Yeah.
welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It is 9 p.m. Korean Standard Time, and welcome to our Korean Culture and Study Fair event of August 2021. My name is Sanchita, and I'm the co-founder of GLEx2020 podcast. Your host for today. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us
Sorry,
today. It is 9 p.m. Korean.
that was a feedback from the
Okay.
YouTube live.
Okay, so my name is Sanchita, and I'm the co-founder of GLEx2020 podcast, your host for today, and I'm joined by the co-founder and co-host Ranella. Ranella, can you please introduce yourself?
GLEx 2020 stands for Global Language Exchange, established in 2020, and GLEXRS, GLEXer, Global Language Exchange with Ranella and Sanchita. And our goal is to provide accessible language learning opportunities to people around the world. And language learning is quite expensive. And though many people want to learn a new language, they're not able to afford a tuition. So here at GLEx 2020, we have free and affordable language learning programs that our teachers help us with. We have a couple of our volunteers, teachers here today. Please say hello, Grace Sam and Choyunu Sam.
Oh, actually, I've muted everyone.
Everybody's
So you
muted.
can just wave. So today is 1st August 2021, and we're hosting representatives from the Wonkwang Digital University in South Korea. Thank you all for joining us today for this special event. We have hosted 5 universities at this Korean Culture and Study Fair and have received an overwhelming response. Although we can accommodate only up to 100 participants on Zoom, rest of them can watch it live on YouTube. You can also watch our past videos on our YouTube channel at GLEx2020 Podcast. We will begin with our presentation. Yes, we'll begin with our presentation shortly. Should you have any questions, please type them in the chat box. They will be addressed throughout the session and also during the Q&A session. I will briefly explain the GLEx house rules. This session is recorded and parts of it can or will be published on social media and broadcasted live on YouTube. Please use the name you've registered under as your nickname and feel free to screenshot and share them on your social media. And don't forget to tag us at Korean_GLEx120 podcast on Instagram and GLEx120 podcast on Facebook. Are the house rules clear? Hit the participants icon and click yes or no.
This event is brought to you by GLEx 2020 and KICA. GLEx 2020 podcast partnered with KICA, Korean International Culture Association, a Korean NGO under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to bring Korean university representatives to those of you interested in studying in Korea.
Let's welcome Isa Jang Lim from KICA, Korea International Culture Association. May I ask Isa Jang Lim to please introduce yourself? Thank you.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Lee Suhyun, President of the Korea International Culture Association. In short, it's KICA. KICA is an affiliate of the South Korean Foreign Ministry. Every year, the KICA promotes Korean culture to many countries around the world and also introduces various cultures to Korea. There is a reason why KICA prepared this program with GLEx 2020. Because I think we need to know and understand culture first in order to study a language. In other words, we can communicate better with each other by understanding each other's culture through language. Today, KICA would like to introduce Iksan City and Wonkwang Digital University. These days, due to the influence of COVID-19, many programs, including many offline programs, have varied into online programs. So the content to be introduced is a good program to understand Korean culture education online at Wonkwang Digital University in Iksan. Iksan City is a city of northwestern Jeollabuk-do and is the gateway to transportation to the Honam area. Many relics from the Baekje dynasty remain in this area. Among them, the most famous stone pagoda of Miruksa temple site in Iksan, the 11th national treasure. It is the oldest and largest stone pagoda in Korea. Welcome to Iksan City. I sincerely hope that GLEx2020 members will have a good time to know Korean culture and Korean better. Thank you.
Thank you, Sejangnim. We are GLEx2020 podcast co-founders.
I'm Sanchita from India.
And I'm Renella from New Jersey. We met at Learn Korean in K-Culture Facebook group by Paul Kim Sansing-nim, and we decided to create GLEx2020 podcast to document our Korean learning. So it started out with just the two of us, and now we are 3,000 people studying together. Sanchita is an architect by profession, and I'm currently a home educating parent. We're both polyglots who speak 4 to 5 languages each, and we're learning more through GLEx2020.
This is our GLEx2020 map of members from all over the world. GLEx2020 is a global community of language teachers and learners on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, Anchor.fm, Spotify, and Patreon. We have an average of about 30,000 organic reach on our Facebook posts. We recently celebrated our first anniversary, so thank you all to Glexers for being with us. We initially created this community where Korean learners and Korean teachers meet. We have various volunteers from Korea who wish to share their language with the rest of the world. We have hosted several free study sessions during the past year. Moving forward, we wish to conduct more structured programs for our members all across the world. Our new program is starting from 16th August 2021, which is open for beginner level 1 and 2 and intermediate level 3, and several Korean conversation sessions with native speakers. We want to spread Korean language and culture to more people, so we only charge the registration fee, which is very minimal, which is $15 for 8 weeks. And we know that this is far less than any other Korean classes. And you might feel that it has less value, but we want to be true to our vision of providing affordable language learning to people across the world. I hope you all support us and share our program information with as many people as possible. Please wait until the end of this presentation for more information about our upcoming programs. You can check our updates on our Facebook page at GLEx2020 Podcast.
On this map, we have Patreon members, Glex friends, Glex mates from all over the world. Shall I name everyone again? It's going to be like a rap. But yeah, Feliciano, John, Katie, Mary Rose, Miguel, Teresa, Christian, Mika, Dadisa, and many more from the Philippines, Diana and Rafika from Indonesia, Sanchita, Amruta, Nitin from India, Zarina, Miao from Singapore, Samantha, and Ian J from Malaysia, Yin Myatko, Hui and Yin from Myanmar, Najma from Zambia, Ayudeli Teresa Celestina Jael from Nigeria, Jumfua and her sister Kay from Ghana, Marco from Austria, Tina from England, Joe from Australia, Fulvio from Ecuador, Shumara from Peru, Ignacio from Argentina, and me, Lynn, Rose, Jewel, Sam, Sunny Lee Sam from the US, Ginny Sam and Faith from Canada, and so many more from Korea. Kevin Sam, Andre Sam, Choyonu Sansing Nim, Paul Kim Sam, Grace Sam, Sarah Sam, Sonju Sansing Nim, Kim Won-jin Sansing Nim, Jumin Sam, Miyok Sam, and so many more. So get in touch with us by email and our social media. Why isn't it going forward? On our social media channels, should you have any questions or concerns, Sanchita already mentioned them a little while ago. And at the end of the presentation, we'll have a survey to get your input. And finally, let us introduce our main guest, Wonkwang Digital University representative, Jui Kim Sansei-nim.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jui Kim from Wonkwang Digital University, and I'm a representative of our school today. And before I start my presentation, I would like to say thank you, GLEx2020, especially Sanchita and Anila, hosting this event and having me today. So I will be starting my presentation with a short introduction of Iksan City, which the Isajangni was already introduced shortly. But this city is located in the northwest Jeollabuk-do. So it takes only an hour from Seoul City by KTX. It's very close. And its population is about 250,000, and it's famous for Baekje historic areas that was registered as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So I will play a short video, and you can take a quick tour with me of those cities.
Yes, perfect.
멋진 미래를 만들고 싶나요?
못한 꿈이 있나요?
내 인생을 새롭게 시작하고 싶나요?
원광디지털대학교에서 여러분의 멋진 큰 꿈에 도전해보세요. 안녕하세요. 원광디지털대학교 16학번 유미연,
16학번 장남익입니다.
원광디지털대학교와 만남은 저의 인생의 큰 전환점이 되었습니다.
미래에 대한 고민이 많았던 저에게도 정말 후회 없는 선택이었죠.
자, 이제 우리 학교를 본격적으로 소개해볼까요?
원광디지털대학교의 역사는 70년 전통 명문사학 원광학원으로 시작하였습니다. 원광대학교, 원광보건대학교, 원광대학교 병원 등 탄탄한 교육 인프라를 바탕으로 2002년에 개교하였습니다. 끊임없는 도전과 발전을 통해 웰빙 건강, 한국문화 실용복지의 특성화 교육으로 최고의 사이버 대학으로 자리 잡았습니다. 그럼 왜 3만 5천 명의 인재가 원광디지털대학교를 선택했을까요?
국내 최초 실시간 화상 강의 시스템으로 언제 어디서나 공부를 할 수 있어요. 특히 스마트 에듀 앱은 스마트폰을 통한 수강, 과제 제출, 질의응답이 가능하며 집에서나 회사에서나 편리하게 공부를 할 수 있어서 정말 좋았어요.
놀라지 마세요. 방송국이 아닙니다. 여기는 원광디지털대학교의 교육 콘텐츠가 만들어지는 멀티 스튜디오입니다. 최고 수준의 스튜디오에서 각 분야의 최우수 교수진들이 만든 최고의 강의를 제공합니다. 교육부와 언론에서 인정한 원광의 교육 콘텐츠는 해외에도 수출된다고 하네요.
저 역시 처음에는 학비 걱정을 했었죠. 하지만 원광디지털대학교의 장학 제도는 다양합니다. 30개 이상의 다양한 장학금으로 학생 1인당 평균 179만 원을 받고 있습니다. 국가장학금 우선 감면 제도를 통해 학비 걱정 없이 대학 생활을 시작하실 수 있습니다.
사이버대학교 최대 규모의 전국 6개 지역 캠퍼스를 운영하고 있으며 오프라인 특강 및 실습 등 온오프라인 연계교육 실천을 통해 최고의 학습 효과를 누릴 수 있습니다.
교육부 주관 사이버대학 역량평가에서 최고의 사이버대학으로 인정받은 원광디지털대학교. 하지만 그 어떤 것보다 재학생들의 인정이 가장 자랑스럽지 않을까요? 전화 한 통화로 학교 생활 전반을 해결할 수 있는 학생 상담센터와 입학부터 졸업까지 지도 교수님이 전화 상담과 면담을 통해서 길잡이가 되어주시는 원 코칭 시스템은 대학 생활에 정말 많은 도움이 되었습니다.
학과와 연계된 116개에 달하는 자격증 교육은 다양한 스펙을 쌓을 수 있도록 지원합니다. 약 1000여 개의 기관과 산학협력 네트워크를 통해 현장과 소통하는 살아있는 교육을 실천하고 있으며 글로벌 인재로 더 큰 꿈을 펼칠 수 있습니다.
원광디지털대학교에서 어떤 공부를 하면 좋을까요?
웰빙 건강학부입니다. 건강 100세 시대 진정한 웰빙 라이프를 전문적으로 공부합니다.
세계적인 한류문화 전문가를 키우는 한국문화학부는 한국 전통문화를 체계적으로 공부하며 한국문화사업에서 폭넓게 활약을 하고 있습니다.
실용복지학부는 사회변화에 최적화된 실용복지 전문가를 길러내고 있습니다. 이론과 실무를 겸비한 전문가로서 졸업과 동시에 취업이 가능한 교육과정을 운영하고 있습니다.
대학 졸업 후 대학원에 진학하여 세계적인 수준의 웰빙 건강 전문가로서 더 깊은 공부를 할 수 있습니다. 졸업생들의 자부심이 왜 이렇게 대단한지 잘 아시겠죠?
제 인생에서 가장 잘한 일 중 하나가 원광디지털대학교를 만난 것이라고 생각합니다.
더 멋진 나를, 더 멋진 미래를 함께 찾아가고 싶다면
우리의 행복한 인생이 시작되는 곳 원더풀 유니버시티 원광디지털대학교를 만나보세요.
So Wonkwang Digital University was established 20 years ago. So far, we have opened 17 departments and 1 graduate school. In these slides, you can see the history that WDU has written. So yes, like this. And this is the Iksan campus where I'm working. And let me tell you some strengths that WDU has. First, it is #1 university choice of 30,000 students, which currently studying or graduated. Oh, can you see all the text or?
No, we're not able to see the entire slide. Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay? The text size of the text is readable?
Yes, it's readable.
Let me do this way. So we are operating 17 specialized departments in 3 schools. First, we have School of Wellbeing and Health, which has the 4 different departments. And second, we have School of Korean Culture with 7 different departments. I think you guys will be more interested in this school because it is related with Korean culture and language. And third, we have School of Practical Welfare with 6 departments with it. And our second strength is smart education, anytime, anywhere. You can listen to lectures wherever you like to study, wherever you want through PC, tablet, smartphone, etc. Time and place will not be an obstacle. The smart learning of WDU supports the smart educational system optimized for your students, necessary for school life. And third, we are the largest scale online and offline linkage in education among cyber university in Korea. Actually, there are like 17 cyber university in Korea, but we have the largest local campus in Seoul, Iksan, Gwangju, Daegu, and Busan, which covers most of the Korean area. And we practice online and offline linked education through hands-on education and special lectures. Even though we are a cyber university, we try to meet our students in person at those campus, being conducted real-time and campus and provide the best offline educational environment. And fourth, our university was acknowledged by the students. As you can see on the graph, there are 90 or more re-registration of the students, which means that most of our students are satisfied with our educational system. And lastly, a global talent nurturing program leaping toward the world. This map showing the MOUs we have with many educational institutions across the world, and we actually try to send our students to experience the global market or global education system. And then I will be introducing each department in detail. Before I start with it, you can visit this website, and it has the English version of our website, and you can see all the details with the departments that you are interested in. So I wanted to share this one first, even though Shanchita may have already shared with you guys. So first, in Wellbeing and Healthcare School, we have 4 departments, as I mentioned. First, we have Oriental Medicine and Healthcare, and Oriental Medicinal Cosmetic and Arts, and Yoga and Meditation, and Wellness and Cultural Tourism. So let me go in detail each department. In Oriental Medicine and Healthcare, we are aiming for the harmony of Oriental medicine and food for health. So when you graduate from this department, you will get the Bachelor of Science. So as you can see from this picture, you will be studying how to make people healthier and happier with their health with the Oriental medicine and food. And the second, we have Oriental Medicinal Cosmetic and Arts, which well-being beauty life that works out Oriental medicine with science. So it has this department, So in this department, you will learn how to compromising your beauty and health from the Oriental histories and lectures. And third, yoga and meditation. So we are one of the biggest. This is one of the biggest department in our university. And you will be getting the bachelor's in physical education after you graduate from it. And actually, we had the professor from India. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we always once a year we have the training program in India. But unfortunately, last year and this year wouldn't be happen because of the COVID-19. Yeah, a lot of students was very happy with those programs. And fourth, the wellness and cultural tourism is fostering expert in wellness and cultural tourism field, which is getting bigger in this area, in this century. And second, we have the School of Korean Culture. So we have traditional performing arts, Korean costume science, tea culture management, Korean language and culture, Oriental science, Won Buddhism, and Taekwondo and bodyguarding. I thought you guys would be very interested in this department, so I have prepared another video clip from our university's official YouTube. But it doesn't give you the English subtitle, so I'm using the auto translate system from the YouTube. So it might be wrong, but I hope you guys could enjoy it.
원광디지털대학교의 전통공연예술학과는 전통공연예술의 참다운 예술적 가치를 계승한 전문 지도자들을 양성하기 위해 설립된 학과입니다. 21세기가 원하는 전통예술인을 육성하기 위해 전통, 가, 무, 악을 유기적으로 통합한 효율적 학습 과정을 마련했습니다. 또한 전통공연예술학과에서는 문화체육관광부가 시행하는 국가공인 문화예술교육사 2급 과정을 개설하여 자격증을 취득할 수 있습니다.
전통의상인 한복과 보자기, 자수, 매듭, 누비 등과 같은 규방공예와 아름다운 한복에 대해 많이 배울 수 있었습니다. 특히 학과의 예정 연구의 활동을 통해 해마다 정기전이나 기획전, 트렌드 페어에 참여했던 것이 큰 경험이 되었어요. 재학 기간 동안 공방도 열었는데 무엇보다 저만의 작품, 저만의 인생을 창조하며 살아가고 있다는 것이 큰 보람이에요. 인터넷으로 언제 어디서든 다시 볼 수 있고 실습 특강을 통해 교수님과 직접 소통할 수 있어서 좋았습니다. 새로운 인생, 자기만의 한복 디자인, 바느질 공방을 꿈꾸신다면 꼭 도전해보세요.
저는 철을 좋아해서 인천에서 마음을 담은 꽃차 아카데미와 카페를 운영하고 있는 주부 대학생입니다. 조금 더 체계적이고 전문적인 공부를 하고자 서문화 경영학과에 입학을 했습니다. 우리 학과는 서문화 전반에 관한 폭넓은 교육이 이루어지고 있고 무엇보다도 온라인 수업을 통해 일하면서 공부도 할 수 있어 비대면 수업이 필요한 시기에 안성맞춤 교육이라고 생각합니다. 저처럼 처에 관심을 가지고 있는 분들에게 꼭 추천하고 싶은 학과입니다.
한국어문화학과는 외국인, 재외동포, 이민자들에게 한국어와 한국 문화를 가르치는 교육자를 양성합니다. 잘 가르치는 능력을 기를 수 있도록 모의 수업, 수업 참관 등의 다양한 프로그램을 운영합니다. 또 교육봉사단 등의 활동을 통해 실무 능력을 배양하고 있습니다.
원광디지털대학교 동영학과는 세계 최초로 4년제 대학에 설치된 술수학 전문 교육기관입니다. 술수학은 역학과 음양오행설을 공동 기반으로 하여 자연과학의 제반 분야와 다양한 점술이 복합적으로 결합되어 있는 동아시아 특유의 학문 영역인데요. 저희 동양학과에서는 술수학의 지식체계를 시대에 맞게 계승 발전시키는 연구를 통해서 술수 전문가를 양성하고 있습니다. 저희 교육 프로그램을 통해 생활풍수사, 명리상담사, 명리지도사, 전문풍수사 등의 민간 자격증을 취득할 수 있고 졸업 후에 강사나 컨설팅 등 다양한 진로로의 취업이나 창업이 가능합니다.
이 세상 사람들은 누구나 행복하기를 원합니다. 그러나 주변을 돌아보면 행복하지 못한 분들이 적지 않죠. 왜 그럴까요? 아주 다양한 이유가 있을 텐데요. 원불교학과에서는 행복한 삶을 살아가는데 가장 기본이라 할 수 있는 마음을 잘 사용하는 방법을 가르쳐 드립니다. 물질적으로 아무리 풍요로워도 한 마음을 잘못 쓰면 불행할 수밖에 없습니다. 원불교학과에서 공부하시면 누구나 은혜롭고 행복한 세상의 주인공이 되실 수 있습니다. 아직 종교를 갖지 않으신 분, 이웃 종교를 신앙하고 계신 분, 물론 원불교를 신앙하시는 분, 마음 공부에 관심을 가지신 분이라면 누구나 환영합니다.
태권도 스포츠 재활학과는 태권도와 스포츠 재활이라는 학문을 융합하여 시대의 흐름에 맞는 지도자를 양성하는 학과입니다. 모든 스포츠 현장에서 선수 관리를 위해 가장 필요로 하는 학문이라고 생각이 들었습니다. 저 또한 태권도 스포츠 재활학과를 통하여 학생 지도와 선수 관리를 잘하는 유능한 지도자가 되고 싶습니다.
특별한 오늘, 행복한 내일을 만드는 원광디지털대학교 한국문화학부에서 여러분들의 꿈을 이루시길 바랍니다.
For more details, let me go through each department. So traditional performing art is inheriting the Korean tradition performing art that stirred the world. So actually, in this department, you can actually learn how to play this Korean instrumental and how to sing the Korean traditional song, and how you could learn how to dance. And in the Korean costume science, you will learn the trend of hanbok, the Korean traditional costume in the world fashion. So you will actually be making the hanbok you will learn how to do it through the internet. And tea culture management, nurturing creative tea culture expert to lead well-being life. And the Korean language and culture, you will nurturing the Korean teachers to lead the globalized multicultural age. And the Oriental science paradigm of new empowered managed by neurology and yin-yang. And Won Buddhism, flowering the gracious and happy world with study of mind. And lastly, the Taekwondo and bodyguarding, nurturing top talents in global Taekwondo and bodyguarding. And you might see from the Olympic, from the Taekwondo Games. And the School of Practical Welfare has 6 departments with social welfare, counseling and psychology, speech language pathologies, police science, real estate management, and physiognomy and management. In social welfare, its aim is to make students who make the happiness artists that make the world happy, and you can get the talents in social welfare. And counseling and psychology, nurturing counseling experts who help development of self and others. And speech language pathologists, nurturing speech language pathologists that communicate with heart, and you will be getting the bachelor's of science. And police science is more for the students who are willing to become a police. And the real estate management, nurturing real estate management experts that create future values. And lastly, physiognomy and management, which will be learning about your discovering the talents and utilize talents of the people. As I mentioned, even though we are the cyber university, we are trying to connect with our students through the offline event. So these are the events that we are hosting through spring to winter. So we are usually in spring, we have the graduation ceremony and admission ceremony and some lectures and the orientation time with the new students to our school. And in summer, we usually have many events from the department, but unfortunately these years we are not having as many events as before, but we have our online live system, which called One Live, like Zoom. So we are trying to connect with our students online as well. And on autumn, we have real performing from the traditional performing arts departments. And from the yoga and meditation department, they have this kind of ceremony. And in winter, we have graduation ceremony as well as a lot of like orientation and forum hosted by the university. So this was all about our university, and I will give you more details in admissions, like how you are applying and process if you are interested in applying to our university. So let me walk you through the application program for admission. You can apply for admission using your computer as well as your smartphone. So these are the steps. So first, you have to complete the application on our website, but you can use your smartphone to apply as well. And yeah, first of all, you visit our webpage, which is go.wdu.ac.kr, and type your name and department you are applying for, year, contact information, and address. Then pay the application fee and apply for the scholarship applicable for your case. Then all you need to do is submit the application program for admission is to submit the required documents and scholarship application from via registered mail. The only thing left to do is to wait for the announcement to acceptance to be made before proceeding with payment of tuition. So this is just application schedule. Since Cyber University can open the application twice in a year, so we have first semester and second semester application schedule. So first semester of applications period will be starting in December 1st until the beginning of January, and the second semester application schedule will be starting June 1st until the beginning of July. It's fixed every year, so if you're willing to apply for our university, keep in mind of these dates. And this, you can see how many students we are looking for the special admission for Korean nationals from abroad and foreigners. So each department and each school has this total number of students. And here is the important part. You have to be eligible for both special admissions and for school year to be able to apply to study at our university. Let me first explain what the requirements for special admissions are here. So you can apply as international students or as Korean nationals abroad if you meet one of these following of two conditions. First, you are eligible to apply if both of your parents are and you have foreign nationalities. You may still apply even if any one of those three family members is a Korean national, as long as you have completed all of the education equivalent to Korean elementary, middle, and high schools in your home country. And to go over qualification for school years, this part, graduate or prospective graduate of high school can apply for the second year. But if you are graduating or prospective of graduate of 2 years college or the university, you can apply for the second year transfer. And if you have finished your university degrees, and you can be apply for third year transfer. And now please allow me to explain to you the procedure for special admissions. Please think of this process as something like an entrance exam. we evaluate applicants based on two criteria. Firstly, the study plan and the personality and aptitude test. So the perfect score will be 200 points, but applicants with less than 80 will be disqualified. So first, let me tell you about the study plan, how you have to write. So in this section, you will be describe yourself and the purpose of application and your study or future plan. And this can be filled out with no time limits, can be edited during many times during the application period. And the second one, the personality and aptitude test, is composed of multiple choices with 50 questions. This one could be only taken once during the application period for 15 minutes. So to give you a piece of advice, it is best to focus on your study plan if you're still struggling with your Korean, not yet fluent. So if you're trying to focus on writing this part, you can get like more than 80 points to be qualified for the entrance. And the document to submit it. This might be confusing, but let me walk you through in detail. So here is the list of documents to be submitted. You should submit both of special admission qualifications and the academic year qualification documents. So if you are in this category, you have to prepare those documents. So you should submit, for applicants for foreign nationalities applying for special admission with parents who are both foreign nationals, please submit the proof of nationality of the applicants and your parents, as well as the proof of family relationships. Examples of documents that prove nationality includes copies of certificate of citizenship, passport, and alien registration cards. Only the document issued by the government's institute of the applicant's country are accepted as proof of family relationships. Those who have completed elementary, middle, and high school in a foreign country should submit these documents. So that is the graduation and an academic transcript from all three stages of education, like your elementary, middle, and high school, respectively, along with the proof of nationalities, which includes a copy of certificate of citizenship, passport, and alien card registration card. And if all of these documents are not English or Korean, please make sure to provide certified Korean translations. So here, the notarization translation is necessary for each document that is not Korean or English. And let's move on to the academic year qualification. So if you are trying to apply for the second year or a new admission, should submit an original certificate of graduation from high school and either a certificate of academic qualification or aspoutis. If the country of the school graduated from is non-member of the apostille convention, please submit the certificate of graduate certified and verified by the consulate office in your country. As I mentioned, you all have to prepare and provide a certified Korean translation if these documents are not in English or Korean. And for the applicants for second and third year transfer, should submit the original certificate of graduation from college or university and either a certificate of academic qualification or aspoutil. Likewise, please submit a certificate of graduation as well as certificate of academic qualification verified the consulate office if the country you graduate school from is not a member of apostille convention. And this is when and how you submit these documents. So submission period is during the application period, and you can submit these documents via postal mail to this address in Korea, in Iksan City. And as I mentioned many times, it has to be in English or Korean. So if your country or your university provide those certificate in English, it will be better for you. And in some countries, it will take more time to get the certificate from the school or institution. So if you are interested in applying for our school, it is best to prepare in ahead. And these are the examples. And this is the example of the proof of family relationship in some countries. And the tuition, it might be very important as well. And the application fee is 30,000 won, and admission fee is now it's 166,000 won, but it will be decreased to 99,000 won. And most important thing for the tuition that you will be paying for your semester is 1,440,000 won, but which is $1,250 US. So it's So I think it's very reasonable price comparing to the other university that you already have hosted with, because it's the offline university. For more information, or if you have any question, you can visit our website. We also have the English website and the number and the address. And person in charge, you can contact those number, but I suggest you to contact to me via email, which is the juhi 1127 at w@ac.kr. You can also reach to us from KakaoTalk, which our Koreans use most, Kato. You can find our university, like searching 원디대 입학 지원 WDU application from friends, and at friends, click OK, and you can type in your message, anything. Then after we check the message, then we can reply to you from KakaoTalk and through the Instagram direct messages as well, or by email to me. So this was about our university and how to apply for the admissions. So yes.
If you want to learn Korean with us, please get in touch with us on our social media. The links will be given in the chat box. And GLEx2020 offers free peer-led study sessions, paid group classes with native speakers, live interactive sessions on Zoom, and we have global classmates, so you can make friends with people all over the world. We also provide certificates of completion and achievement. Next slide, please. Ranela, can you please introduce the programs?
Yes. So these are our GLEx Korean classes. We have 5 classes with native Korean teachers, and the current study period will be from August 16 to October 10th. And those will be from Seoul University's books level 1, 2, and 3. And then we also have the Korean speech contest by KICA, which will be, and the winners will be announced on Hangul Day on October 9th. We're planning to publish the details in various regional languages to encourage more participation. So please keep checking our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/GLEx2020 podcast. And if you would like to get to know more of our work, you can join our team. We study every day at Learn Korean in K-Culture by Kim Sanseng-nim. And we also have many Korean conversation sessions, and you can email us and contact us. Screenshot this page. It'll be very helpful for you. And I also put the information in the chat box. And because we do everything voluntarily, We have a Patreon page where you can donate if you believe in what we're doing. And you can also, with your registration fee, add a little bit of donation so we can continue to do the work that we do. Your monthly donation of $3 or more, or annual donation of $36 allows us to continue to host and provide free sessions through Zoom. Donations go to pay for our Zoom licenses, to be able to host meetings simultaneously during popular time slots. In the future, donations will sponsor internet connections for active members to allow them to be able to be as active in our community as they want to be without having to worry about their internet connection. You can find me every day at Learn Korean in K-Culture. I'm one of the admins there at 10 p.m. KST. Happy learning. Thank you for joining us today, and special thanks to KICA and Wonkwang Digital University. Please complete the post survey that's in the chat box on Zoom, and we will get in touch with you by email. And if you have any questions, please send it directly to Joohee Sensingnim, Joohee, Joohee 1127 at WDU. Well, I forgot the name. WDU.kr.
Yeah.
I was going by memory that time.
Thank you all for joining us today. Special thanks to Joohee Kim Sensingnim for the wonderful presentation. Great. I hope to see you soon in the next event. We have a daily study event in about 1 minute. So thank you all for joining us today, and see you in the daily study session.
Let me post the link to the daily study session so you guys can join us over there.